All right, so the last section on your resume is the skill section. Now, down here, this is what I'd like to add in for just a quick reference or a great way to just show the ATS systems as applicant tracking systems that you have the skill set for the job. Because the way this works is the hiring manager, the department, whatever, they'll send a job requisition to an HR department. And in that requisition, it's going to have requirements for the job. It's going to say that this potential candidate needs to have, these 20 skills or 50 skills or whatever it is. And those will be listed in that acquisition. The HR person is going to take that acquisition and they're going to list that in the job listing. So you want to make sure that you have all of those keywords in your resume, because the system is going to scan your resume. It's going to say, does this person understand the Adobe Creative Suite? Yes or no. Do they understand HTML? Yes or no. And if it picks up enough of those keywords, it's going to say, okay, this might be a candidate worth looking at, and then pass that on. So the skills, the keywords that you use are very important. So make sure that you're using them within the body of what you're writing, so you can put it in your employment section or in your education section. But I also like to reinforce it in the skills section, so that way when an actual human is reading it, if there are specific skills that they are definitely looking for, they can just go right to the skills section and say, oh, this person knows how to make advertising campaigns on Facebook using Facebook ads, or they know HTML, or they know programming language, or they know this or that, or whatever it happens to be. Make sure that the skills related to your industry are on the resume in some way. Don't take it for granted. Don't assume that they know it. Don't assume that that they understand what you're talking about. Make it very clear, because again, it might pass the ATS system, applicant tracking system, but then step 2 is going to be the HR department. The HR department is going to look at it and they're going to say, well, this person doesn't have 3 of these skills, so we're going to throw this in the trash. But you might have all 3 of those skills and you might be an expert in those skills. The HR department doesn't necessarily understand your job. They don't understand what you do, what you can do, and what these keywords really mean. So it's important that you make sure that you list as many skills as you can, but don't make it obnoxious and put every single skill under the sun in here. So just be aware of that. And again, you can also list these skills in the employment, the education, and the summary statement in some way. Just as long as they're on your resume, that's really what you're after.